David was a handsome young man, 28 years old. His tall, elegant figure and confident stride often caught people's attention in the bustling streets of the Democratic Republic of Congo. His business was thriving, and he had built a beautiful home that reflected his hard work and determination. To everyone around him, David lacked nothing. He had money, respect, and the admiration of family and friends. But one thing was missing: a wife. Each time his father saw him, he would remind him of that void. "At your age, I already had 5 children. When will you give me grandchildren?" Those words echoed in David's heart like a constant reproach. And it wasn't just his father. His uncles, aunts, cousins, even friends repeated the same refrain. "You have everything, David. A house, money, a good job. Why stay single? Do you want loneliness to devour your youth?" Under the weight of that relentless pressure, David finally gave in. He decided to marry. His choice fell on Grace, a young woman of 22, gentle, humble, and from a respected family. Her kindness and radiant smile made her admirable to all. Their wedding was a joyful celebration. Drums, songs, and laughter filled the air, as is tradition in Africa. Everyone congratulated them, certain that they were a couple blessed by heaven. But behind the smiles and music, the wedding night would reveal a secret no one could have imagined. That night, Grace was torn between 2 emotions. She was happy, but also deeply afraid. She had never known a man before. Since her teenage years, she had vowed to give herself only to her husband. She wanted her body to be the most precious gift for the man she loved. She prepared carefully, took a long bath, perfumed herself delicately, chose her finest nightgown, and lay on the bed with a trembling heart, ready for her first night as a wife. But something was wrong. David avoided her gaze. His silence frightened her. With a trembling voice, she asked, "What's wrong? Don't you find me attractive?" Then, in a broken whisper, David confessed the truth he had hidden for so long. "I have to tell you something. I'm impotent." The words hit her like thunder. Grace froze, her blood turning cold. A single tear ran down her cheek. "Then why did you marry me?" she whispered. David lowered his head, crushed by shame. "Because my family and friends kept pressuring me. I wanted to make them proud, to prove I was normal. But I'm not. I can't be a husband." That night, Grace cried silently. But instead of running away, she made a decision. She would protect his secret and pray for him. She refused to humiliate her husband or destroy their marriage. Every night, despite her pain, she would tenderly place her hands on him, caress his body softly, whisper gentle words of encouragement. But nothing ever happened. Months passed. 1 month, 2, 3. Whispers began in the family. Why isn't Grace pregnant yet? Some accused her of being barren. Friends joked cruelly. "So when are we meeting your baby?" Grace, holding back her tears, always replied with faith, "God's time is not our time." One day, one of David's aunts came to the house and lashed out at her. "You're wasting our son's life." "You can't even give him a child." Grace cried but said nothing. She never revealed that the problem wasn't hers. David, meanwhile, sank deeper into shame. Every evening felt like torture. He feared the moment Grace would again touch him gently, hoping for a miracle. Each caress reminded him of his failure as a man. He thought about leaving everything behind, disappearing. But Grace's quiet love held him back. "I will not leave you," she told him softly. "I believe that one day God will show us mercy." And so the nights continued one after another, until everything changed one evening. After nearly a year of pain and failed attempts, the miracle finally happened. As Grace touched him gently, as she had done so many times before, she felt something different. She froze. David couldn't believe it either. But it was real. For the first time, his body responded. Their eyes met, filled with tears. Afraid the miracle would fade away, Grace threw herself into his arms with passion, and for the first time, they truly became husband and wife. That night, what seemed impossible became reality. They didn't sleep. They rediscovered life, love, and joy. At dawn, Grace fell to her knees and whispered through her tears, "Thank you, Lord." From that day on, David was a changed man, healed and strong. They made up for lost time, loving each other with tenderness and fire. Weeks later, Grace began to feel strange, nausea and dizziness. And soon a test confirmed it. She was pregnant. When she told David, he broke down in tears, fell into her arms and said, "You carried my shame. You protected my honor. And God has blessed you months later." Grace gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. Their family rejoiced. No one knew the storm they had survived, but Grace felt deep inside that her story could inspire others. She asked David if she could testify at church. He hesitated, then agreed. That Sunday, before the whole congregation, Grace told everything, from their wedding night to the miraculous healing. Her voice trembled. Tears streamed down her face. The church was moved. Some cried openly. Others raised their hands to heaven, praising God. Grace ended her testimony with these words, "If I had spoken, my family would have pushed me to leave my husband. But I knew God had a plan. If I had left, I would have missed the love of my life." The entire church erupted in applause and tears. They honored her courage and faith. From that day, Grace was chosen to lead and guide other women, to share her wisdom and strength. And the moral of this story is simple. Silence can destroy, but when it's filled with faith and love, it becomes a force that opens the door to miracles. As an African proverb says, "Patience can cook a stone." If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to African Roots. Stories and wisdom for more inspiring tales.